NBC29 forecast.
Well, this is a look at the golf ball sized hail that did the damage to the windshield of one of our longtime viewers, and he's also a great photographer, Warren Fault, in Jolly View in southern Augusta County. And you can see the cracked windshield there. Let's look at the hailstone itself, and there it is, holding it in the palm of his hand. Yeah, quite large. So you're talking about a hailstone that's anywhere from 1.5 inches to 2 inches in diameter, and yeah, that will do some serious damage. And we had hail track reports from Craigsville through portions of southern Augusta County and into the city of Stanton with those particular cells. This was a supercell thunderstorm, meaning it was rotating over many miles, and this was the one that also prompted the tornado warning earlier for portions of Augusta County, city of Stanton, and points off to the east. Currently, we don't have any tornado warnings, which is good news, but we have ongoing severe thunderstorm warnings, and we'll zoom in on some of the activity here. Here we are south and east of Charlottesville. This particular cell has weakened a bit, still producing some very heavy rain, and there may be some small hail. Earlier at the top of the show, we were seeing from the mountain camera from Carter Mountain some of the hail that was coming out of that particular cell, but this will continue into western sections of Louisa County. The severe thunderstorm warning does include northern sections of Fluvanna County, so that would just clip north Lake Monticello there. But you can see that particular cell has weakened, but it's still under warning. And then you can see a heavier core of rain and potentially some hail here with this cell as it continues to work through portions of Greene and Orange County. So out toward the Barbersville area, north of Gordonsville. This will head out toward the town of Orange, Somerset, you're in there too. And again, that's right along the Rapidan with southern sections of Madison County until 5:30, and that is moving off to the east. So these storms have been generally moving anywhere between 35 to as much as 45 miles an hour. So you can see some of the communities, especially in Orange County, that will be impacted by this particular storm as it moves off to the east. So you could expect some winds in excess of 60 miles an hour, potentially up to 70, and that will certainly do some damage. Those would be straight line winds. And then a little farther north, there we are in the Culpeper area, and those are racing up into portions of northern Virginia. That warning until 6 o'clock. So the storms this afternoon have had a history of producing damaging winds, hail, and there was a funnel cloud from a trained weather spotter in Waynesboro that kept an eye on the storm as it was under warning through Augusta County. But here we are with some hail reports. This was at 5:10 this afternoon. Golf ball sized hail observed near Earlysville. So basically the shot that I just showed you from Warren, that's about the size of the hailstone, and that will seriously do some damage. And then with some hail reports that we're seeing in the city of Stanton, and of course we saw the Jolly View shot, and then here's the wider perspective of the mid-Atlantic and southeast this afternoon. So look at all the individual tornado watch boxes. It's very rare that we see a setup like this in the mid-Atlantic. Maybe it occurs once every 10 years that we have all the ingredients. If this were spring, it would be certainly more prone to see this, or if we had a landfalling tropical system, it might be a little more prone to see this. But in August, just this setup this afternoon is quite impressive. And so we've got tornado watch boxes, we've got severe thunderstorm watch boxes that blanket the mid-Atlantic and the southeast this afternoon. So the tornado watch is until 9 o'clock, and we're going to continue to watch this line come through. There's some additional storms out to the west. We'll keep our eyes on those. But again, the environment in which these storms are either moving into or developing is supportive of potential for rotation that could cause a tornado, certainly some large hail, and those damaging winds. Generally, any wind can do damage, but when you're talking about winds that are greater than 60 up to 70 miles an hour, that's some destructive wind potential. So again, we don't see this very often, but this is a level 4 on the scale of 1 to 5 for severe storms this afternoon that basically encompass our portion of the Commonwealth and a good portion of the Mid-Atlantic. So the highest threat is damaging winds. Those are straight line winds. We've got large hail, and we've seen that this afternoon. And then a lower threat, but still there, is a tornado. So again, this is a pretty active day. So here's Futurecast showing you the line that we're dealing with now. That begins to push off to the east. And then back behind it, there may be some stragglers, but things improve markedly later this evening and tonight. And then tomorrow is going to be not only less humid, it's going to be a more settled day. Temperatures tomorrow afternoon in the low and mid 80s and a lot less humid. So for tonight, pretty much in the mid 60s, even some low 70s across the Piedmont. The storms will exit. And then for tomorrow, your Tuesday, a break in the humidity. Pleasant temperatures, most of us in the low and mid 80s for afternoon highs. And as we take a look at the Michael and Son 7-day forecast showing you those temperatures, again, pretty seasonable here. A break in the humidity through Wednesday, a more shower and thunderstorm chance here on Thursday, and turns hot as we move into the weekend with more storm opportunity.